All right. Gyökeres to United transfer deadlock has been revealed, and looks like this deal was not meant to happen. And I remember when Arsenal, when Benjamin Sesko went ahead, obviously follow Arsenal on Instagram, very many people really said that maybe Arsenal is going to obviously pull out onto the deal of Viktor Gyokeres, and they came to common ground that maybe United can obviously win this race. And I was like, guys, really, can we win this race when we don't even have money to complete the deal of Bryan Mbeumo? You understand? And if United is to search for a striker, that should be the last player they should be signing, because after Bryan Mbeumo, we need a central midfielder playing the double pivot. So let's discuss this Gyökeres to United transfer deadlock, and we'll see what your thoughts are about it. Rock and David is my name. United Matters channel it is, and continue to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, we're having a story from Fabrizio Romano that he aired, I think it was on Friday, right? Arsenal are now getting closer to signing Viktor Gyokeres after a new round of talks in recent hours. Gyokeres will not return for training at Sporting Lisbon as he is fully focused on leaving the club. Arsenal are now advancing. Nothing done yet, but discussions underway. That's what he first put out. Then we got a story from Fabrizio Romano again, more on Viktor Gyokeres. Big news. Gyökeres has reached total agreement with Arsenal on contract terms and informed Sporting about his desire to join Arsenal. No intention to discuss other options, only to proceed with Arsenal as soon as possible. Deal well underway. So he's not willing to really discuss with other options. He's giving his priority to Arsenal, and that's where United hit the deadlock. And finally, I'm really happy that this story is obviously going to be getting out of the news, especially Viktor Gyokeres to Manchester United. And I believe that this is the last time we are obviously going to be talking about Viktor Gyokeres as we link him to the club known as Manchester United, because the lad has done a lot. And in the lot that they've gone ahead to do is to obviously keep him in the news and linking him to the club of Manchester United, something that will never happen, because Arsenal have gone ahead to stride or protract their hand, and they are yet to break the bank to sign the player or the Swedish international and see to it that he comes and really sign up for them. Total agreement, on personal terms with Arsenal. That means he's obviously a man ready to obviously go ahead and really join the club of Arsenal. The other nail in the coffin that United fans went ahead to fill was all about the agreement between Viktor Gyokeres and Arsenal on personal terms is valid until June 2030. 5 years. Viktor Gyokeres has been clear with Sporting Lisbon, as reported only Arsenal as soon as possible. Club-to-club talks are advancing underway to get it done. So, Viktor Gyokeres is just ready to join the club of Arsenal. And who is standing in his way? It's Sporting Lisbon. You understand? And I know they'll obviously reach a common ground to let this guy go. 5 years. That's what he wants to stay at Arsenal. And those are the personal terms that he agreed to obviously play at the club of Arsenal. Then we got another story from Fabrizio Romano, and I think that is yesterday but one. Viktor Gyokeres has accepted to give up to 2 million euros from his salary in order to facilitate negotiations between Arsenal and Sporting. Sporting insist on higher fee compared to Arsenal proposal, and Gyökeres tries his best, also giving up money to make it happen, as per Record Portugal. So, to show you that he is not interested in joining Manchester United, he's even giving up some of his money to see to it that this deal really happens. He wants to come to play for the club of Arsenal. You understand? And other people call it being desperate, but I don't think that he's desperate. All he knows is that he has a chance to go down in the record of history as one of the best strikers in the world if he comes in through and really plays at the club of Arsenal. When I see Arsenal, they're in a time where they need a striker like where Man City was when they got rid of Kun Aguero and got in Erling Haaland. You understand? They had strengthened every department, And the only department that was left lacking was the and the only department that was left lacking was the striking line. And they went ahead to bring in two forwards. One was Erling Haaland, and the other was Julian Alvarez. And they went ahead to win a treble in that season of 2022-2023. You remember that very well. That is the side of Arsenal. Is it 2023-2024? I think that is it in there. So Manchester United, you understand, are doing the needful to see to it that they really get up and running. Arsenal is bringing Viktor Gyökeres when they're already set, and they're really waiting to do that and to go in history as one of those players that has gone ahead to help Arsenal win a Premier League, after I think 2 decades, because Arsenal last lifted the Premier League in 2003-2004 season. So for Manchester United, I never at any one point thought that we are a Viktor Gyökeres away from really hitting a milestone. We should admit and really accept that progress is needed, and we shouldn't rush. There are very many strikers at Manchester United. You're having Rasmus Højlund, you're having Joshua Zirkzee, you are having Matthias Cunha. All those can do the job. Even Chido Obi Martin can do the job. What we have to do is let's build a team for the next 2-3 years, that will, in the season of 2028-2029, rise the bar so high and really compete for the trophy. And by the way, even this season, United can really be the surprise team. Why? If the Mbeumo deal gets done, you are having a Cunha improving the threat of United in the final third. Then, if we get in a CDM that is really multidimensional, can play as a number 8, can play as a number 6, like an Ederson, a Paulinho, players of that caliber. You understand? We need one. And I know there are very many others. Why I would obviously prefer Paulinho is that I think Sedu Kone is just a season away from really getting into that team of Manchester United. And the preseason will show us exactly where he is going to hit reach. And you never know, he might even look good in the preseason, and the manager might be convinced, obviously, play him in that double pivot alongside Manuel Ugarte. Why? We've gone ahead to see him give youngsters opportunities to really thrive, like he did for Chido Obi Martin, Harry Amaz, Lenny Yoro, and very many others. Toby Collier, you understand, the Fletchers of this world, and very many others. The Fredricksons that played in the 3-man central defense, the Aidens, meaning that he can really build on that. And I think the reason as to why United might take some long time to obviously go in for a midfielder or a central midfielder, it will be all about waiting to see how Toby Collier and Sedu Kone really work on. If they really work on well and really promise, I think the manager will be like, all right, let me try them out this season and see what they bring onto the table. So for Gyökeres to United, I think let him go to Arsenal. 27 years of age, let him go there. For me, I never wanted him at Manchester United. From the word go, I never wanted him, because I believe you have to first build a side to see to it that your creativity is way up there, that you cannot complain about creativity to your center forwards, provided they don't score goals. I want to blame my forwards for being one of those that are going to miss the big chances in the league, So, Gyökeres to United transfer deadlock. Obviously, it's not happening. He's going to Chelsea, to Arsenal, and on the 17th, I think, he'll be at Old Trafford facing Man United, if at all he doesn't get an injury. Your thoughts onto his are welcome in the comment section below, and I'm waiting to hear from you, my mates, and your thoughts about this into the mix. Good night, those going to bed, but I tell you what, I'm preparing one more video for you here onto this beautiful channel of ours, which is the United Matters channel. We first came up with the brand Mbeumo, and then Gyökeres to United transfer deadlock, and I think I'm coming in through with an awesome video that obviously we showed it that united we are chasing air and chasing nothing. Bye bye.